Hi there little one, I'm Jay, friends of your mum and dad, and I'm here to tell you a little story about how we met. We grew up in the southern Indian city of Bangalore in the 1980s and 90s. Bangalore is big, crowded and bustling now, famous around the world for its IT industry, but in those days it was a small town. Before Microsoft and Mysore Mallige, Infosys and IPL, Bangalore was a pensioner's paradise with beautiful gardens, colonial bungalows and weather so good that you never needed a ceiling fan or an air conditioner even in the peak of summer. There were no computers, mobile phones or internet in those days. We only had one channel on TV called Doordarshan, which beamed into our homes grainy images from faraway lands. Sunday mornings used to be spent watching the epics, Ramayana and later the Mahabharata, and we used to relish those battles between the good guys and the bad guys on TV. The gods and the demons, perched on their golden chariots, fought each other to determine the fate of the planet. Nuclear-tipped arrows, launched from their never-ending quivers, tore through the skies with sonic booms before exploding in an apocalyptic mushroom cloud. Your parents and I, we met at a school called NPS, National Public School. It was the best school in town, an institution where all the smart kids went. Now this was a school that subjected kids as young as 3 to interviews before they were given admission. We dressed up neatly in our shorts, shirts, ties and pinafores and rode 3-wheeled scooters or autos to school. Sometimes hanging on to dear life from the handlebars as the auto driver snaked through traffic at breakneck speed to get us to school on time, we even managed to finish some pending homework, lest Miss Jenny crack a whip or twist a ear for failing to complete the times tables for 12. The early years, classes 1 to 8, are a blur. Nursery rhymes, lemon and spoon, cursive writing, upside down belts, gilli danda, Gulmohar textbooks, maths homework, street cricket, hero pens. These were some of the most carefree times of our lives. Your parents and I, along with a few other friends, soon formed a type group at school. This is a picture of us in high school. That's Arindam, with a big moustache, he was an early bloomer, and that's Indu. They got married a few years after this, and now have a baby boy Anurag, who lives just next door to you. And I'm sure you're going to have great fun playing with him. The dude with the guitar is Sankesh. We called him Sax. He now lives in Scotland with his wife Anahi and their son Sanjay Carlos. Next to Sax in the picture is Advait. He was the brainiest of us all. He could do calculus in his head while caressing a cricket ball through extra cover. He's now pursuing a PhD in Purdue. There's Dharani, or Daru, another auntie of yours with her hair in plaits, and with an arm around her, Shilpa, your mum. Daru makes chips for a living in Bangalore. No, not those edible ones, but these ones that are found everywhere, from your mobile phone to your coffee machine. Daru and her husband Samir live with their daughter Aditi in Bangalore. When you see Daru next, ask her for a green tea sangria. When this picture was taken, there was already another classroom romance brewing, this time between your parents. After much singing and dancing around trees, throwing rice at each other and tying each other in knots, your dad Neil finally married your mum Shilpa, and a few years later, you came along. That's me, and that's Gaurav. We are best friends now, and we were best friends then, and secretly plotting to run away together. And we did. Just after high school, we flew to Australia, put up a tent, and lived happily ever after. Well, not quite. Gaurav now lives in the States and makes a lot of money giving advice to companies for a living. And I'm still down under. I spend my time riding my bike, dancing Bollywood style, programming robots, and making plans for world domination. So there we are. The friendships that we've made in school have endured, and we're still a tight bunch. We're older, wiser, and some of us just a bit wider around the waistline. We are scattered all around the world, but when we meet up, we pick up the threads and it's just like the old times. So here's wishing you the best of luck with everything in life, and I hope to see you real soon.